Uh, we are back with another Wuthering Waves video. And what are we playing? Wuthering Waves. This game's strong suit, in my honest opinion, is combat. They have parrying, dodging, quick swaps, concerto, forte effects. Augusta is probably the coolest gotcha character I've ever seen outside of maybe Strays and E7. Like, genuinely. Like, for a action-based combat game, she clears every other Gacha game. And honestly, her animations are so good. It's probably compared to some AAA titles, right? You know, certain teams are so much fun to use. Cartethia, like, for some reason, this will not be the third patch without genuine combat. And that's one of the reasons why I won't spend money on the game. I just can't quantify it. Now, I guess to me, what's kind of jarring and bothersome is that it's a very different situation than what would happen with Genshin Impact. People wanted more abyss floors in Genshin Impact. They wanted so many things for Imagine Theater came, and in some ways they still want more combat. But it was very rare you got a really, really, really solid combat event in Genshin. Maybe every year and a half. People always refer to like old events that happened, like 1.0 era, fighting the hypostasis and whatnot, right? There was really never that glimmer of hope. I'm going to showcase to you three events that could easily be endgame or just reoccurring events in this video game. Not even including Depths of Illusive Realm, because Depths of Illusive Realm was amazing, and that's gone. It's just gone. It's insanity to me how this is the third patch of zero combat events. So let's get right into it, because again, we have this in the game. We've experienced these events, we've played them, we've enjoyed them, we've given positive feedback on them. Maybe there's some portions that are negative feedback, but I listen, if someone's going to tell me wait for 2.8 or wait for 3.0, I've been waiting. This will be the third patch I'm waiting. I think that's a little ridiculous, right? So this is an event that happened a while ago, and I believe it even had a rerun in 2.0 era as well. I don't remember off the top of my dome. It's called Fairy's Tales Finale Event Guide. If you don't remember what this is, shout out to VR Max Soul Gamers. I'm just using your gameplay, bud. This is a game mode where it was co-op, but it was also you could play it solo, and you go through different holograms, right? You know, sometimes they have hologram move sets, and obviously the premium currency is not really locked behind the heart of content. At least I don't remember if it was, to be honest with you. But even if they brought this back tomorrow, the harder content doesn't need to have premium currency, right? People would be very okay with just tuners and echo tubes and echo boxes, whatever, right? So you pick your stage, you fight units, again with co-op, which was very fun. You pick your characters, but each character is able to then equip a special echo. So there's different echoes. Each echo does something completely different, right? So right now they're hovering over the Shadow Resolve. Transform into the monkey to deal 836.25% arrow damage and boost of resonance liberation for nearby party members by 50%. It also increases resonance liberation damage against immobilized targets by 100%. Lasts for 15 seconds. During this time, Monkey summons a pillar that hits and releases shockwaves, dealing 220 arrow damage. Resonators hit by a shockwave gain 50 resonance energy and 50% resonance liberation cooldown reduction. You have to understand something. The reason why this is so cool is due to the fact that it's enabling a different type of play style. Yes, it is just providing some sort of buffs. However, if you're struggling to get energy, you want to be hit by, the monkey's animations. You want to gather around. There's so many different echoes here that do so many different things, right? This one's a basic one. You just get a shield. That's it. The basic ones. So this type of play style, whether you're playing solo and so you swap to a different character and do different things, or you're playing in co-op, you have to coordinate, okay, how are we going to use these echoes? Which one is we're going to use for the shield? When should I drop down the monkey? When I should drop down the Tempest Memphis to increase this damage, And some of them are just increasing damage, and that's fine. We could always kind of rework some of these and their buffs to make it a little bit more interesting. But the gameplay is very fun. You know what I mean? Like the longer stages were genuinely an enjoyment, and some of the most fun I've had in this game was from this event in this exact setting. because I was playing with the boys in co-op, and even sometimes I was playing with my girlfriend in chat and co-op. Like, this is an event that if you don't want to make an end game, this should recur every other patch, every 2 patches or something. Swap out some bosses. There's no reason to not have this here. This is utilizing your combat abilities from the characters you're purchasing on top of putting a twist with the transformative echo skills, allowing you to have some sort of freedom and just play the game. Just play the game, right? Another event that isn't similar in some ways as well is this one. Although colors have no form event guide, this was another co-op event. Shout out to Neobuns. I'm using your footage, brother. Appreciate you, man. Another co-op event where you could put different echoes on. You're seeing a little bit of a pattern here, but you put on different echoes. You pick what they want. You pick which ones you do, right? So he picks them, and then bam, and you go through waves of enemies. So instigated area, investigator. I can't read 1 through 8. Defeat all enemies. There's a point system. As you progress, it gets harder, more points, so on and so forth. I believe there was one version of this where like the final boss was Hakati. This is it's a good game mode, right? I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is another version of, hey, we've experienced this before. Why are we not utilizing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Even if you made a simple boss rush mode, I'm talking like a simple, hey, here's a tower. Here is, I mean, I guess you could say like Tactical Sim Lucara in some ways, although it was a little buggy at sometimes, but do a boss rush. I don't know. We had Crisis Tower. Crisis Tower is the perfect event. Modifiers. Modifiers that affect gameplay. You don't want to stand too close to an enemy because they can drain your HP. The enemy has a shield. You can HP inflate the enemy if you want. It's super annoying and it's not timed. You can sit there and solo dungeon using fighting Cartethia, which is massive HP inflation, for 5 hours if you want. It's a game mode that gives you options, different play styles, and expands on the current amazing legwork that we have of this game. I am simply advocating for you and me to have something more to do. Whiwa is an abomination of a game mode. They're nerfing the time stop, and I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. But a lot of people use that, whether it's the Lingering Toon strat, they use it for Havoc Rover, for Brant, for Camellia. It's HP inflated to fuck all. TOA resets once a month. And even the TOA, there was some controversy around that, although I enjoyed it. And I'm not wanting this game to give me 100 hours of content. This game is not World of Warcraft. Keep in mind, it's very good to play these games at a healthy amount and move on and do something else. That's why we are playing World of Warcraft. We're going to play Minecraft on stream today. Like, we're just going to have fun and do different things. But at the same time, when you have what is considered the best combat in a gacha space, we're floundering. We're not using it. The utilization of this is horrendous. Where's Illusive Realm? I don't know. What the new Illusive Realm? I liked it for a day. I was realized, oh my god, this is a clicking simulator. It's super dog shit easy. I don't have an answer. I Ethan, wait for 3.0. Listen, I'm sure 3.0 is going to be gas. There's no way 3.0 is bad, all right? There's no way. I don't doubt it. I don't have a doubt in my mind that 3.0 is not going to be perfect or as close as perfect as possible. This is the 3rd patch now. Each patch cycle is like, what, 6 weeks? That's like 3 months. 2.8, we don't know what the deal is. Come on. I just don't get it. I don't care what you think about the story. I don't care what you thought about the live stream. None of that shit to me even matters. I don't even think that's should be the real point of conversation. When we have these pre-existing game modes sitting here waiting for use and the devs just won't touch them, I don't get it. I don't. Even the cube game mode from the anniversary. You know what? It wasn't my favorite thing. It really wasn't. But it was combat. I was like, all right, let's fuck around, And sometimes you get a hit or miss combat event, and that's okay. But if I'm buying Augusta, I want to be able to use her. The tower defense, I can't use Augusta's skill. This new game mode that's coming out, sure, it looks cute, right? Like the little event. Can't use my Galbrina and use her forte and activate her resonance aberration in these. I don't know why I would spend money on this game. Maybe that sounds harsh. You could say, oh well, if you love the characters, and that's fine. I think absolutely. I loved Frolova. I realized, okay, well, I hate whiwa, and there's just TOA. I don't want to fucking touch that. And if you take thousands of fantasies, thousand gateways, or whatever that shit's called, you get one pull a week and echo boxes that aren't even including the new echo sets that are catered towards the new characters. Why would I play that? It's fun for some people, sure. I think that's great. But we're really scraping at the bottom of the barrel to try to defend this if you're defending it. It's an apparent problem. There's a very easy solution. Nobody's asking for anything exorbitant. Nobody's asking for anything new. I'm literally saying recycle the content. I'm so desperate. Recycle the fucking content, and I'll be content. It is what it is. Let me know why I'm right in the comments. I love you. World of Warcraft stream. Go follow that channel. We're out.